All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to RGL Season 11 Invite Sixes playoffs. Here we have GPG versus the Covenant, the third and fourth seed playing each other. Both of them lost their first round in playoffs. Covenant lost to Froyo and GPG lost to G6. Of course, both of those teams very good, and now these teams get to go head to head, and I'm sure it's going to produce a really exciting match. We saw in the pick bands GPG picked Snakewater, and then Grape Juice for the Covenant picked Gully. What's the second map?
Metalworks.
Yeah, Metalworks, and then GPG picked the last map on Process, and really excited to see these two teams on Snakewater. In the regular season, they played each other, and it produced really close matches. Anything to add, Fleskore?
Not really. I mean, third and fourth seed. It's unfortunate that they have to meet each other in the lower bracket. But it was projected. But as you said, it should be an exciting match regardless. Both of these teams seem relatively even in skill level, and plus, it's invite playoffs. It's still an accomplishment being here.
Yeah, Rocket King, first time now aliased as Jimmy. He really put a lot of effort in to get into Invite, and to see him in playoffs is pretty awesome. I know he's excited to be here. We have some other players who it's their first time in Invite playoffs. I believe Peniferous and that's just the other player who is their first time in playoffs, and so it's pretty exciting. A lot of players on these teams have been around for a long time. Exile, of course, has been playing this game forever. Aizen played all the way back in the ESEA days, so has Ed, and some of the players on the teams are newer, and so it's a really cool mix of players to see. Fleskore, what do you think about Snakewater for these teams? Do you think that that'll play to any of these teams' strengths specifically? We know GPG did pick the map.
I'm not necessarily sure. It should be relatively interesting. It is Peniferous's first, debut into invite playoffs, which can possibly bring in some pressures, especially as the demo man. So unless Peniferous just keeps a cool head and just does exactly what's needed, it can necessarily be swaying a whole lot of things. But because everyone over in the Covenant is relatively experienced. Again, as you said, we have Aizen and Exile being, I don't want to say boomers, but just the seasoned veterans on this map. So I am hoping that this is fairly back and forth. Snakewater does provide a myriad of opportunities for both interesting pushes and but also just the standard familiarity that we do love to see at times.
Yeah, it also provides a lot of opportunities for aggression. Of course, the mid fights, some teams will do nothing but high bomb. Of course, there's options to play slow, but hoping for an exciting match as both teams have now readied up. I'm going to be watching Sam this first mid. Very experienced demo man, crazy BM. I saw him hit some air shots in the previous matches I was watching.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like we're going to be going in. It's going to be the quick demo battle. We're going to be arriving around the same time. Again, it's just going to be slow teams. Looks like Covenant is going for a little bit more passive mid, but just as I say that, Duke Cannon, Exile is going to get Peniferous. Jimmy's also going to go down. Now before Kevin, Aizen, that's a big pick as well on the side of GPG. So at the very least, they are numbers down, but they do have, it is going to be even Ubers. Actually, I'm going to have slight of a bit of an advantage just as, Jimmy does respawn now.
Yeah, they faked you out a bit there. Both the soldiers were on the catwalk area, but Grape Juice just skipped across point, landing in the saw area, getting that medic pick. Really great job by him. Absolutely what he wanted for his team. So now it's going to be Covenant holding mid. Ubers are even, so we're going to have to see how Covenant decides to try to break this hold.
Yeah, looks like they're no funny medic beam switches. We're both gonna be on standard Uber, and no off classes as well just yet. It is only the first round. And no half times as well, so it should be relatively interesting. We do have 28 minutes left on this first map. Waiting for everything to happen, but again, just poking and prodding. Both teams are approaching their Ubers, so we should be seeing some interesting double sacks or maybe even single sacks if you really want to send out your soldier out to die.
Yeah, looks like Covenant's taking over the Saw area already. Seems like it's going to be Kev bombing in, making some space, and for Grape Juice to also bomb the same soldier, almost killing Kawa. Grape Juice is behind, and she's going to be a 1v1 between him and Scarves, but it looks like there's a lot of aggression coming out towards the Saw. Yeah, Grape Juice going down. Looks like GPG is coming out ahead of this. Exile also isolated and lower, gets cleaned up.
Yeah, that seemed a little bit too much of a risk right there. Dropping 3 players, you have no scouts, only 1 soldier, demo, and medic. Kawa does go down, which does provide a a late death is kind of interesting. We do have Kev trying to get a back cap right now, but is going to be met by the combo. Is hitting some nice rockets, and it did delay a little bit, which could be a saving grace as we do have the rest of the respawners ready there. KJ Quad is just going to be eating, and that's not going to be an Uber force, actually. Jimmy's not going to be finding anything with this Uber at all. They're going to have to retreat, and it's going to be full Uber advantage here for the Covenant as they are taking this lower.
Yeah, maybe a miscommunication there. I think Ed might have wanted to be Ubered on, but it looks like Asian walking into lower. Not a whole lot of resistance here. Gonna have to be careful for the sticky traps, but GPG is just on last, and Covenant has an opportunity to take a full Uber push. It looks like they're going into lower, just trying to clear the traps out. I imagine they're going to just take some sort of demo bomb. It looks like they're going straight lower, walking their scout in, killing the sentry gun. Pissy, or Sam, is jumping the top right, trapping off the point as Scratch caps. Look at the cap time. No one's there.
Yeah, that cap time was very big. Really great drop onto Scratch. Just immediately prioritized point. And by the time anyone got there, it was already like 90% done. So all you had to do was just kill a few stragglers that tried 9 point, and that's gonna be a quick. That was actually a clean round, despite the little mistake that they made earlier trying to push into second.
Yeah, definitely. This mid, both demos around the same time. Penny spamming into the Saw area. Seeing both teams just set up. Maybe we'll get some sort of aggression again, or maybe both teams will take it slow, but it looks like Covenant taking it aggressive. Both soldiers jumping across, Kev landing right onto Pinnifer. That's the demo man for GPG down as everyone from Covenant commits across point, and it looks like they're going to catch out Slugmundo here. Scarves tries to run back in through Saw to salvage anything, but it's, yeah, DM, GPG comes down in the post-collapse.
Yeah, despite the Covenant having a really good early mid fight, it seemed like the late game definitely seemed to favor GPG there, as they just that collapse was honestly beautiful. Didn't necessarily lose any more bodies that they had to, and they were able to clean up everyone. And this is going to be a slight Uber advantage for Jimmy over here. Again, no switches. We do have Grape Juice trying to contest second right now. It is relatively weak, but does have reinforcements coming in. Slug getting a little bit too aggressive in the lobby area, and is going to be going down. And this could everyone on GPG is not in position. That could have been a push at the, and it looks like they are wanting to convert it. They are just going straight into the ringer. We do have Grape Juice already in. Sam's going to be going down. Perniferous and Cower are going down, but it's everyone is trading bodies. But looks like GPG is going to be heading, or is going to be taking advantage of this, as the Covenant's being forced to retreat to last.
I really like that aggression, but it seemed like Covenant was spotted going through lower, and so there was just so much spam on that doorway. Didn't quite work out for them there. Even Ubers, of course, so Covenant is in a position to hold their last.
Yeah, looks like we already have a sentry gun coming up over on the left side for blue. And again, this is just going to be a matter of, if that sentry's still alive, it's going to be relatively difficult for any sacks to be doing anything. But I am actually kind of excited to see what GPG has in response.
Yeah, definitely. Scratch starting off on Sniper, as we've seen him play in a lot of games on Sniper, and it's worked well for him. But Kev taking just spamming and lower, gets punished for it.
Oh no! Grape
Juice as well, trading out for Kawas. That's no soldiers for the side of Covenant. GPG just walking in through the shutter area, killing the sentry gun. Looks like Exile has the crits on the shotgun, so that's going to scare them away temporarily. He's actually chasing into lobby with the...
He's just pushing in.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Almost killing Beniferous, just chasing him down into the lobby area, a little bit past bridge. Really, so again, the sentry So the sentry is going to go back up. They're going to have a little bit of defense there. Kev is going to be off-classing Spy and is already behind Unknowing, but we already have a double Spy action Kawa as well.
Yeah.
Already sneaking behind the demo. Going to be uncloaking behind Truck. Going to be waiting for the
Kev's getting the
opportune
med.
moment.
Kev just got
Ooh,
rocketed.
but that's the med drop right there. Really great
And
job,
on
and
the-
we're going to see a counter, and no, Kawa isn't going to be able to find anything, and that's going to be a little bit unfortunate. That's going to be 2 down, no heals, and this may lead into an interesting sack plays if from GPG we already have Slug hiding right outside of Cheese as well as Scars. No one's necessarily spotting, but as well we do have Aizen, already experienced medic, you know, taking everything wide, not wanting to pick around the corner, but he's gonna actually drop the Penifers spam on the point. Slug is gonna find Kev here, and looks like this entire situation is gonna reverse itself. That's gonna be 3 down for the Covenant.
Yeah, just really reversed on their fortunes there. The back cap ended up resulting in Kev dying, and so that's going to be 2 fragging classes down right now. Pennifer is trying to spam the gun. I'm not sure if they know the sentry's still there. And it looks like GPG decides to back off. Maybe they decided their Uber advantage is more to their favor than their player advantage. And it looks like they're still going to be building right now outside of lobby. They're probably going to take lobby and go for an immediate Uber push. It looks like Penny and the combo scout Ed are just taking lower. And it looks like they're opting for a more traditional push through Shutter. Expect to see a demo bomb here. And it looks like there's a sentry gun in an unusual spot on the point.
It's on the point, and it's actually doing a really nice job just denying any type of any capture time. We do have Kawa and KJ Quad trying to go in, but again, Kev going in with the Frontier Justice, getting everything. And honestly, that sentry spot did buy enough time for the Covenant just to like play around and build Uber, get everyone healed up. Everyone's reacting to the Uber and kited it really well, and that was a failed push on the side of GPG.
Yeah, GPG took their Uber through Shutter, but it ended basically right near Shutter as well. They didn't take any space because I guess they were just confused about the gun, and now it looks like Covenant's taking a fight into mid, getting their players in. GPG has some slow spawners. Ed is in sniper on the forward spot. Scarf just runs through lower and kills Scratch, but on the other side, it's 2 for 2, and Grape Juice might be falling. It looks like he's 2 health in his own team's kitchen. Gets cleaned up by Scarfs. Always painful to see a soldier die with the escape plan out.
Ooh, not having any scouts here is actually going to be really detrimental for the Covenant right here. Aizen is just being rushed down and had to pop at 13 HP. Really great force from Scarfs there, just sacrificing his own life. And they're going to keep pushing forward again at the Uber disadvantage, but the numbers are even. They're trying to send someone out. Kev is trying to take a little bit of space, but it looks like none of the team is following up, and they are just going to... Actually, they're still wanting to push. They're actually... The heals still haven't left lower, but the scouts and soldiers are trying to take their own space. We do have a little bit of a flanker from Kawa, and low tier Sam already ready on this. It's going to be a big collapse all over the yard. Scratch is going to go down as the Uber does get popped by Jimmy here, but other than that one frag on Scratch, they're not going to find anything.
Yeah, Kev is behind right now, trying to take a fight with Scarfs, and that's going to be a dead soldier for the side of Covenant. Covenant on the back foot after winning that first round. They've been really unable to take this midpoint. This round's been very back and forth so far. It looks like the Ubers are in favor of Covenant right now, though. Ed and GPG are going to be trying to force it out. Slugmundo bombing onto the Bats area, trying to do any damage. Kawa following it up. Aizen gets forced out here. Exile trying to run forward, but the beam is not with him. That's going to be one pick for an Uber. GPG is going to be very happy with that.
I'm honestly kind of surprised the way how the Covenant's playing. They're kind of playing a little bit rough. They are dropping a lot of players in these pushes, and especially and it's not like they are able to hold at the very least, but it seems to be like a lot of unnecessary stress. They do have massive Uber disadvantage at this point, and we do see GPG running up Pyro on Kawa.
Yeah, they've done that in the regular season.
Honestly, I'm excited to see. We do see Grape Juice trying to find anything. And Exile's currently on fire. Kawa just kind of running in through the flank. Exile's actually going to go down, being chased down by Scars.
Yeah, yeah, that's 2 down. I'm expecting some sort of aggression here as GPG just walks in the top left area. I'm not sure if Covenant's going to be able to hold this Uber. might want to try to take an exchange, but it looks like both soldiers bombing forward do get the force out as Kawa goes forward, but GPG might have committed more than they want to because it looks like with Kawa falling, that will be 3 down.
Kawa survived for a really long time, just kind of negated the Uber on the side of the Covenant. It was honestly really interesting. Kawa just kind of pushed the medic towards into spawn, and sending soldiers into fight or air blasting pyro isn't necessarily the smartest idea. They do have a lot of cap time onto second, so if you know the Covenant plays
Uber
his cards right.
Yeah, they Ubered into lobby, getting 1 kill on Exile, and it looks like they might be able to clean up Grape Juice, but they also get Kev. That's 4 down for Covenant. GPG is just going to be running in. Scratcher's trying to hold them off, but what can one scout do against an entire team?
It's a tall task right there, and it is going to be evening it up. We do still have 17 minutes left in this game, so it still is anybody's game, and it honestly should be really interesting to see. I hope the Covenant kind of cleans up the play a little bit. They've been dropping a lot of players in these pushes. They often go 3. They often lose half their team on just because people are flanking. As we head into the next mid right here, we do already have the demo fight happening, of course, as usual. And looks like it's going to be a standard mid. Everyone coming over out of Saw, and everyone's just poking and prodding, playing Battlefield, missing all their missiles at the current moment. But looks like Red is going to be taking high ground in the beginning. It is going to be a big task for the Covenant to get anything. We do have Grape Juice bombing in directly onto Paniferous, is getting some nice damage. Slug is going to go down, and Kawa as well. That's going to be 2 soldiers down. No bombers allowed here in this mid, as well as Scarves. The Uber does get popped by Aizen there. This mid fight has lasted so long that both of them have Uber, and honestly, GPG are in a really good position just to take this back in. They do still have Uber, they do have the numbers, and they also have the health.
Yeah, Covenant really tried to force GPG, but Ed and Penny really held it down over there and didn't let that force come off. Covenant's going to be having to hold their second, and it looks like they want to take advantage of the really good sightline with Exile. There's a lot of different ways you can watch, but it looks like GPG's going Saw, which somewhat negates the sniper's sightline, especially because Exile's not really positioned. Oh, actually, he's in cheese, so...
This should be really interesting. They don't necessarily see the sniper. The sniper has been called right now. We do see Jimmy playing, but it is going to be a drop regardless. Exile is going to be finding that frag, and this is going to be the push, possibly going down again. The Covenant is all in lobby. They don't have any room to get out of here. They don't have any room to fight this. The KJ Quad is going to be overextending a little bit, so it is going to be a little bit of a saving grace here.
Look at lower. GPG has 2 players through lower, and there's only 1 scout.
They're just sending it last. They're forced to retreat.
Yeah, that ultimately came to nothing. Covenant a little slower pushing out than GPG was hoping. Otherwise, that play might have been able to work out. Covenant full Uber advantage and 3-player advantage. This is where they want to be. They'll deny one of these players with the cap and probably have a good push. Looks like they're going towards Saw already. Soldiers going towards Catwalk, probably just going to try to walk in. Looks like they see some resistance so far, but it's pretty clear there's no stickies in their way. But, oh my god.
The big drop!
I didn't see those stickies. And apparently they didn't either. They were on the Catwalk there. Penny hitting a great dent, absolutely stopping that push. And now, the shoe's on the other foot. GPG is going to be running in through lower. And let's see if they make the same mistake. Looks like haven't died to any traps yet, and Grape Juice is going to go down. That's still full Uber advantage from the side of GPG. Covenant doesn't even have 10% yet. Looks like Ed peeking in lower. He sees that there's no sentry gun, at least on the grass area. There is one by the shutter that will probably get cleaned up immediately. Ed already on the point, and everyone from Covenant's in spawn. Ed just caps that for free. That's 2-0. That's 2-1 for GPG.
Honestly, really well done by GPG, just capitalizing on every single mistake that the Covenant made, and that was a really clean play, especially by Paniferous. That Uber drop just changed everything.
Yeah, definitely. I did not see the stickies as well, even from casting mode, so I have to feel really rough for Covenant. Drops are always very tilting, and looks like both teams doing the classic, spamming across. Scarf's trying to take the high ground. GPG did roll out top left, and they're going to be sending their soldier into Saw as Grape Juice punched straight onto Rocket. Solo soldier killed him, and another soldier. Grape Juice getting a 2-kill there. Really good for him. GPG counter-aggressing by sending Kawa and Penny in, but Aizen not dying yet.
Oh, that's a full wipe in the mid. Looks like Covenant is kind of upset about, you know, that round loss right there. And looks like they are wanting to convert this. They do have full Uber advantage. Scarfs is going to go up on Engineer, trying to set up a gun as fast as possible. But I'm actually surprised they're not pushing any faster. Oh.
Looks like...
Yeah.
Maybe they're waiting for Grape Juice. He's a respawner. But it looks like they are taking Shutter already, not waiting for him. Going to be bombing their soldier in. There is a sentry gun in the corner that does get cleaned up. But Scratch getting on the point. There are people here to block him, but there is a lot of cap time, and it looks like Covenant's trying to fight point, but there's a heavy right in front of it. So they're just playing slow, trying to clean up these frags. There's so many low HP people. Finally,
it's all up the quad.
Fall for the side of Covenant. It looked like they were going to try to sell out for the point, but they played it really smart at the end. They're just playing their numbers advantage and health advantage.
Again, really well done by Scratch. Scratch is honestly getting so much cap time, and it is providing so much space for the team, because you already know that GPG has to physically contest the point, and you know where they're going to be, and you just keep sending projectiles there, and you're just going to play the numbers advantage. That was, again, we're back to 2-2, going ahead in the 5th mid already. 12 minutes left on the clock. We're going to see soldiers bombing into each other. Kev is going to go down, not before being traded by Exile. Grape Juice as well. Sam is going to go down. That's all explosives on the side of the Covenant. They do still have bow scouts, and right now Aizen is being left alone.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, this is not good.
I saw Scarfs run through kitchen, and maybe Scarfs didn't see Aizen because there was an opportunity to chase. Either way, the medic for GPG does not die, and so they will have a little bit of an Uber advantage that's probably not actionable. But that being said, GPG definitely going to retain the mid, and yeah, they are spawning a sniper up on Slugmundo. It looks like they're going to try to use that to break this hold.
Yeah, Ubers are going to be evening out here, and again, we're holding second. Now, this sniper pick is going to be everything, but Kawa going down. Ooh. Not the best way to go, but Grape Juice is going to be traded out. This is a really nice sideline. Kev is going to go down to Slugmundo. That was a really nice shot. Oh, this is a sniper that you should be fearing right now. Do not test this man, because he will make it. He will make a play, and he will make it happen.
Yeah, his peeking window right now doesn't see anything, but Grape Juice is going to be rolling out soon. But looks like he's electing to just go main door. Scarfs does fall, so maybe Covenant will get a break from this aggression. Grape Juice tried to bomb into lower, but takes a lot of damage, so I want to see what the counter aggression is. The health is not that great on the side of Covenant, so they may not actually elect to do anything here. And they're just playing their sniper. Scratch hits a great shot onto Peniferous, and Demo down is going to allow for some aggression, which looks like Kev just bombing in through Catwalk and Grape Juice through Kitchen as the Uber comes out through the main saw door. Counter pop is out from the side of GPG, but look at the frags. It's 2 down for GPG.
That's 3?
Oh yeah, 3 now. Both the soldiers are behind. I'm not sure if GPG can lead, but Kev, unfortunately, not able to cut them off. Grape Juice is trying by walking in through window into the lower area, but Peniferous protects their medic and gets the cleanup frag.
Scratch does have a little bit of a sight line. Isn't going to be able to find anything, but that was a really great push regardless. Although Scratch not being... They don't have any scouts at the current moment, so the Covenant is going to be...
look at point. Kawa.
Oh, good headshot. That was an amazing headshot coming in from Scratch. Didn't necessarily kill, but I did hear the sound. And KJ Quad was instantly dropped at 30 health. They still don't have mid capped. This honestly could prove to be a big problem if they don't cap mid at the current moment. It did allow GPG to at least get anything. Slug is gonna go down. There goes the sniper v sniper fight, and again, ooh,
yeah,
we have to be fearing the snipers here.
Yeah, I agree. These snipers are crazy. Trap does go down for Grape Juice. So even players gonna probably just be backing up, not wanting to tap. Oh, look at lower. Scarfs is in Catwalk and Kawa's in lower, but it looks like they were spotted, so they backed up. Ed just tried to run through the main door and get headshot by Scratch.
Oh, that's another one.
Yeah, these snipers are probably some of the best we've seen in several seasons. I don't think I've seen this many headshots in playoffs in recent time. Kev bombing on, and headshot comes off. Air headshot onto Kawa, goes down. Oh my god, Uber trade happening on point. And it looks like flashes are going, but Slug gets dropped during that Uber. Covenant, this is what they want. Sam chasing the medic, kills them. Jimmy for the side of GPG, that's 3 down. Covenant could press this all the way into last, and it looks like that's what they're doing. Just walking straight in through top left, sending Kev in to spam from the hut area. It was only the scouts here. His respawners just now came in, but the soldier bomb is really stuck in the spawn door, and they can't even get the point.
That was really well played. That was really well played by the Covenant there. You know, just pushing in, especially just knowing how to use Scratch, allowing Scratch to, you know, get some angles and having full confidence that, yeah, Scratch is gonna hit these shots. Scratch is gonna be the playmaker here. All we have to do is just wait, and it worked out wonderfully. So, you know, that's gonna instill a little bit more fear, especially if a sniper comes up.
Yeah, both teams spamming again before the inevitable soldier bombs, as have been so common on these mids. Looks like it's going to be Exile initiating walking top left. Counter bombs coming out as both soldiers fight for the control of the high ground. Slugmundo getting spammed down by Sam, and then Kawa rebombing onto the top right. It's going to be a trade over there, but it looks like no one else followed that aggression up.
It might be a little bit miscommunication right now. We do currently have a scout v scout battle in kitchen. It is going to be traded off, and again, we're just playing this slow, kind of a war of attrition mid at the current moment. No one. We do see GPG pushing up finally, and looks like the Covenant didn't take any space. Slug is going to go down. That's actually going to be a big pick, especially this late into the battle. It is going to allow a little bit of an avenue. As you do see Scratch is pushing this directly. It is going to be an Uber pop and an Uber trade. Grape Juice is going to go down to KJ. And it looks like we are just going to be resetting back into the mid-fight. We do see Kawa being sent a little bit forward. Kevin's going to find Jimmy, not before being traded by Quad, and that's going to be no heals on the side of GPG. So this fight should be leaning towards the side of the Covenant, but they are wanting to play this a little bit more passive, get everyone up healed, and making sure that they play this smartly. They don't want to rush into things, as we already seen that GPGs can win these fights.
Slug is behind in lower. I'm worried about this flank. I'm not sure if they know he's there. It looks like they do. Grape Juice definitely spots him, and there's a 1v1 going on in lower. Grape Juice is not getting the better of this right now. Air shot coming out. What a great shot. Scratch is going to trade that out, so didn't matter too much there. Covenant played that really well. They made sure to really retain their advantage, which was their medic, and so they won that mid after quite some time. But look, they have Uber advantage after it, and so they're going to be wanting to take.
Scarps is back on sniper. We have more snipers to fear, and looks like it's going to be an early pop, not even wanting to risk an Uber drop right there. And we do see Cowboy trying to go into lower, is getting a nice flank, but is also getting sandwiched by Exile and Kev. So that's going to be a quick and easy second here. But that was the exchange of an Uber. That was one frag that you got.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Looks like those snipers, I want to see them play sniper again. I think it could. Exile tries to just run in. I'm not sure what that was. Maybe he's trying to go sniper himself. It seemed like he was just. Oh yeah, he might have been trying to back tap, but he does go down. Uber comes off for the side of GPG as they walk in through Cheese, but Scratch is the only player they can find. But remember, Exile's down, so there's no scouts right now for Covenant. Kev is behind, gets cleaned up. Grape Juice tried to bomb in through Saw during that. He had an opportunity to, but Covenant's just going to be down 2 players. Even though they have Uber advantage, GPG might be able to take the point. It looks like they're already trying to walk in, but Covenant wants to act like they have Uber already and are holding it down. Kala jumping in through Catwalk, trying to make space for their players in Saw as they walk in, but Covenant has Uber, and it comes out as Scratch is just running into Saw, kills Ed, trying to chase the medic down, and the demo, Penny on 180, or very low health, 20 health, not able to be cleaned up though. And so that's going to be both scouts down for GPG. Covenant, I'm sure, is going to want to keep pushing. They do kill Kawa. Slugmundo is
still behind.
Yeah, but unfortunately he's on 2 HP in Saw. That's quite low.
Grape Juice it's been a constant battle between Slug and Grape this entire mid, as Grape has been fighting Slug, and throughout the entire fight, and looks like Slug is gonna find it, is still alive, you know, just being a constant nuisance in the back. But we do see Kev trying to bomb in, gets a really good rocket onto Jimmy. Jimmy's gonna be really low. Slug is still alive. getting scratched, that is that is such an annoying soldier to deal with. Honestly, Slug just allowed for GPG to get second there, as they had to deal with him, and with Uber's evening out here, and the Covenant not being in any good position to actually hold this. Looks like they're gonna have to concede mid. Grapejuice is gonna go down trading with Kawa, but
Yeah, Covenant backed up to kill Kawa, I think, and now it looks like Scratch wants to take a trade, just running across point. Both teams have Ubered, but it's going to be GPG that has to multi, so this Uber for Covenant going to be basically even there, even though they popped first. Both teams spamming it out right now. Kev and Mundo holding the high ground for their teams, but it looks like Covenant's aggressing. Kev went straight across along with Exile. Rocket down to 5 health, goes down. Ed as well. Exile getting a 2k there so far, and taking a 1v1 in Saw with Kawa. But Exile is going to go down, unfortunately. Penny's is almost dying in lower, trying to escape from Grape Juice, but there's a medic getting attacked by Kawa, I believe, making Grape Juice have to turn around, but Penny, so patient, just waiting in lower, and Aizen, trying to escape from Kawa, walked in front of her, and gets cleaned up.
honestly, that was really well played by Penny. She understood that I can't necessarily kill the medic, so I'm just gonna stay alive, and that late medic death is gonna be crucial. That's a easy 30% advantage. We do see Kev on spy, maybe trying to mitigate something, trying to gain some sort of advantage. But as this mid fight currently happens, Kev is not in the best position. He's gonna go down. Aizen again is gonna go down. We do see a couple trades, no scouts on the side of GPG, but we also have no heals on the side of the Covenant, and they are gonna be forced to retreat onto second, if not even more, depending on how this goes. There's only a minute 56 right now. GPG has to get this point, has to use this Uber, and if not, this is gonna be map 1 going to the side.
It's on the progressive config, the Banny config.
Yeah,
so it'll go to overtime.
It's 3-2 for the side of the Covenant.
Yeah, it's gonna go to overtime when it ticks down though. Yeah, and then it'll be first to 4.
All right.
It's like GPG fighting for the second point. I did have to use Uber there, but they did lose a player as well, and so Covenant's going to try to fight this with Kev on Sniper. Slugmundo is going for a back cap, runs into Grape Juice, but on the other side of things, it looks like Scarfs did go down. Kev did find a shot. Slugmundo is being annoying in the back lines again in lobby, but he gets cleaned up, so that's 3 down for GPG. They had an opportunity there to tie it up, and now being down 2 is definitely not what they wanted.
Yeah, Kawa's currently spy and is still behind. Honestly, this might be the best play. Kawa's gonna be uncloaking. It's right behind everyone. Sam's right there. Oh, does get hit a little bit, and it's gonna be scattered off by Scratch. A little bit unfortunate. That could have been a big play. That could have been the play they needed. We do still have a medic onto Kev, and Kev has been hitting some shots as well. Looks like every single sniper in this map right now is currently cracked. Sam and Grape Juice are going to be going down, and it's just ugly fight after ugly fight.
Looked like Covenant wasn't sure about the Uber situation, bombing their demo in through Saw. Must have thought they had small ad, but when GPG counterbombed, they tried to escape and got punished for it. GPG trying to fight through lower and sending a soldier in through Saw, but it looks like Ka was isolated, gonna get cleaned up for nothing, and GPG's just gonna have to run away. And now, as the time limit has run down, it is first to 4. Covenant has to win 1 round, GPG has to win 2. Looks like Kev is sniping from lower right now, trying to find any head to click on. But GPG is going to be playing towards the Saw area, and they can kind of play there safely because no one for Covenant is in Saw. GPG is actually behind right now. There's 2 players going through lower and 1 through window, and it looks like Scarfs is on the medic. Aizen has to pop, but Jimmy goes down for GPG. I didn't see quite how that happened.
This could be all she wrote. That was honestly one of the biggest collapse I've seen from the Covenant this entire game. It's all up to Kawa on Pyro, already setting up the detonator, trying to be a little bit annoying, possibly trying to reflect something. But again, we do already have Scratch on the point, getting everything, and Sam is going to be closing out this first map, winning it 4-2. The Covenant are up 1-0 in this best of 3.
Yeah, definitely. That was a really back and forth, exciting game. Even though it was 4-2, there were many times when Covenant was kind of stuck on their own last and second area. It looks like there were a lot of I think Covenant didn't fail a single full ad last push. Maybe they failed one, but I think GPG failed about 3 of them. Little unfortunate there. Could have maybe been able to close that out, but really good job by Covenant by staying together. Really pulled out the sniper when they had to. I believe Kev kind of won them a variety of situations. So you really have to give maybe the MVP status to him just for his sniper plays.
Hey guys, quick update. The siyo on production or AKJ. I think underscore is available right now. So we had to switch producers just because underscore is currently having a tornado storm warning, and I think that's also affecting the Frosec versus G6 game. But underscore is all good. We're gonna switch back to underscore. So hold up a little bit while we change producers.
Yeah, we will have the second map coming up very shortly. It's going to be on Metalworks.
This the Metalworks map should be a little bit interesting.
Yeah, definitely. I think didn't Covenant beat Froyo on Metalworks in like season or week 2 of this season?
I definitely have to see just to have to overlook, but I do know that this map is going to play a little bit more like let's scratch that. It's not going to play a little bit. It's going to play drastically different from, especially on Metalworks, especially on the side of the roamer. I do know that Metalworks is often seen as roamer hell just because a lot of the ways to break stalemates is just to continuously sack, which should be it should necessarily be a pain, and it might even slow things down, which could be a nice change of pace for GPG. There were a lot of times whenever GPG were able to take advantage of just being able to slow things down and just kind of playing patiently, especially with Slug Mundo. And we already seen like way how like Slug likes to flank and does a really nice job in the flank, just staying alive, being a constant nuisance, constantly pestering and having to bring eyes back, and that just allows GPG to get a lot of room.
Yeah, we are going to be going for a momentary break while we switch producers, and stay tuned for the second map.